Hello everyone, welcome to my motor blog channel. This is Karthik Latha tuning in. I'm sorry for staying off YouTube for almost a month. Actually, I had some work and also I had gone out of Mumbai for a trip. But anyways, I'm back. So it's when I came back, it was raining as hell in Mumbai. So I decided why not make this topic. So I've read from the title below. The topic is about how to take care of your motorcycle during rainy season. Now it is not about just Royal Enfield, it's about all the bikes. It can be any bike you have. It's not about just Royal Enfield. So let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is make sure your bike is clean. There is no kind of water or any kind of moisture anywhere which may result in dust or malfunction in the bike, especially EFI system and your brakes and the instrument cluster. Just make sure that they are not much moisture because they may malfunction. The instrument cluster might work very you know not smoothly. The EFI might have some problem if the water seeps inside. The brakes will get a bit too rusty if it gets moisture. So just make sure that you always clean your bike. I use this cloth to just clean off the water and stuff from my bike, all the moisture. The second thing is oiling or lubrication of whole the bike. Now I usually use WD-40 because oil is really thick. WD-40 is just plain liquid, but those oils are pretty thick, and whenever you pour it somewhere, it just it doesn't seeps inside. Instead it just flows and it starts dripping and it just mess all over. So I usually prefer WD-40 to lubricate my whole bike because it is easy, and they also give that thin pipe so you can reach places like the keyhole and inside the instrument cluster and the brake lever and all the places. So I usually prefer WD-40, and I also prescribe you all guys to use WD-40. Now, which all places should you use WD-40 at? So we'll start from the back. So the first thing is the chain. Now you can also use chain lubrication. I prefer WD-40 because I don't think chain lubrication is also like different or something. I don't. You can give your reviews. That's what I think. You can use chain lubrication, but I use WD-40. So I used it on the chain. Second thing is this nut which is connected with the brake. Now the brake is always in work whenever you drive the bike. Of course the rear brake is always in tension, so make sure you lubricate this part, the spring as well as this nut, because it keeps on moving. So you have to make sure that these parts are lubricated. Now the second part is the third part is this part of the brake. You see this part. Now this part will move whenever I press the brakes, you see. So if this part gets rusted, so the brake won't work smoothly. So this part and this little nut out here, also make sure that is lubricated. Now take off this lid, and this lid will have the axle of the swing arm. Now why you need to lubricate it well? Even not during rainy season, you can do all of these, not on only on rainy season, but you can also do all of these stuff and all of the season. This is just a way to maintain your bike. So take off this lid. There is the axle of the swing arm. Now when the axle of the swing arm gets rusted, when you will hit a bump, you will hear that creech sound because the rust is making that sound. So it is really prescribed that you keep the axle of the swing arm lubricated. So open it up from here, and the same is from the other side. So just open up the lid from both sides and spray the lubrication, and make sure that the axle is lubricated. Now you have to lubricate this part of the kick right here. Lubricate this part of the kick because even kicks are in motion, this part and this part, so that the kick works very smoothly and there is no problem. The next part is for EFI people. This part is open. As you can see, this part is open and it is the throttle wire. And of course I can see not rust but all the dust in there, so you have to clean it with the WD-40 and just wipe up the excess WD-40. So also all my EFI people, you can clean this part, always lubricate it well. The spring is out there, you can also lubricate that. Moving on to the next is instrument cluster. You have to make sure that all the instrument cluster, all the buttons are lubricated, as well as the levers. Just press the lever and spray some WD-40 inside here, and press the clutch, and there you can see a small gap in the clutch. Just spray the WD-40 right there. The second place is this nut, because you see the rain just falls, so this nut might get rusted. So you want to just make sure it doesn't get rusted, and you clean this part, and also just push the key bit in, and you can see that the flap is open of the keyhole, so you can put the WD-40 inside so that the keyhole doesn't get rusted from the inside, and your key can go in and out smoothly. Moving on to the next part is the nut and bolt of the front tire as well as rear tire. Sorry, I forgot the rear tire. The front tire is to the nut is to be lubricated, because if they are rusted, it will be hard to open if you have a puncture. So just make sure that they are lubricated very well. Second is the gear lever. Of course, gear lever is always in work, so you have to lubricate the gear lever very well. And as you can see, this part, okay, there's not much light, but this part out here is rusted. It is the clutch wire part, so that part is also rusted. So make sure that you also lubricate that part. And as you can see out there is the axle lid, so open up the lid from there, spray some WD-40 inside there, and you are good to go. And also all the keyholes, so the amount of keyholes on 500 Classic is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So all of these keyholes are to be lubricated so they work fine. And when you open up these boxes, you can see inside the lock is all right there. So just make sure that that lock is also well lubricated, so you don't have any problem. And the WD-40 is pretty cheap, so you can use it. And the next thing I prescribe is always clean up your whole bike. If there is rain. Now I know this thing applies on all season, but during rain season, just make sure there is no moisture. And also cleaning also helps to know whether your bike is missing any nut, or is there any scratches or anything wrong with the bike. So it's better that you clean up the whole bike and stay clean. And if you're someone with a phone charger and you don't want to take any risk regarding the charger, just cover it with a polythene bag, a plastic bag, so that the water doesn't seep inside and harms your charger and there is any malfunction. So make sure it is right there. And as you can see, I kept the wire connected now. This is because I just came from a small ride. It is just I went for some work. So don't keep wire like this, because if this wire also gets moisture and stuff, you will be you have to replace the wire and all the stuff. So it's better that you don't keep your wire like this. Common sense, I know I should not talk about it, but it's okay. Just good thing to warn all the people. So that's pretty much it. I hope you all enjoyed the video. And yes, I forgot this point. You should also galvanize the bike. Now, I haven't galvanized my bike. Galvanize, I don't know if it's the right word, but I have you people know that you must have seen on Royal Enfield, they put this brownish copper color liquid paint on the all the steel parts so it doesn't get rusted. I think it is called galvanizing. I don't know. So I'll be doing it by Friday or something. So when I'll be doing it, I'll make a video about it. So I'll be galvanizing all the steel parts so it doesn't get rusted, and it is easy to remove. Okay, if you give it for pressure wash, a very hard pressure will just remove all the galvanizing on it. So yeah, good to go. So I'll be doing a video about it because I'm going giving my Royal Enfield for servicing. It is already 9 months, and I'll be giving it for servicing. Once the bike is all clean, I'll give it for galvanizing. It will be all. I'll be giving it the same mechanic I show you on my videos. So I'll be going there and getting it all galvanized so there is no rust. So that's pretty much it. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. Once again, very sorry for staying off the YouTube. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Do comment down below if you have any suggestion, any queries, any question, anything. And do share this video among your friends. Help them out. Let them know what to do during rain. And also one thing, if you are someone who has a rope on the leg guard, it's a good thing. Like it looks cool. So if you have a rope on your leg guard, take off the rope, because if the rope holds water, it will then put all the rust on your whole leg guard and it will spoil your leg guard. So it's better that you don't put any rope. I don't know about nylon, but all those people with cotton ropes, just take off your rope so that you don't spoil your leg guard. So that's a quick tip. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. Do share it among your friends and do subscribe to my channel if you are new here. Do subscribe to my channel. The button is somewhere here. I don't know. So the button is somewhere there. Just do subscribe to my channel. Do follow me on Instagram. I'll put the username in my description box below. Do follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you next time.